Hello there, how's there? I'm Mega Kitares. On the 6th of August 2024, nighttime Japan, Minato Aqua decided to put up a short announcement stream. And obviously, when you have a short announcement stream along the line, and with the title called残念なほう, which actually means unfortunate, so a lot of people were actually kind of like scared about what the announcement is, and turned out that it really was as bad as the announcement is. So on Hololive page as well as on her Twitter page along the line, they both put up the statement that as of August 28th, Minato Aqua will be graduating from Hololive, and obviously this does not sit well with many people. There is a lot of people who are sad. I'm, as an appreciator of Hololive Holostar, it does affect me. I will not say I'm a fan, but I still got affected. I did cry a little bit, so I will admit that. But the one thing that I was still like I have to. It took me quite a while to understand before I can able to do my stream. It took me quite a while. Anyone who know me very well when I was doing my last my night stream will kind of hear how affected I was during my live stream. Although I still managed to get over it, have a normal stream along the line. But all in all, when you have a graduation, especially from Hololive, it's always something that a lot of people are affected in. Some take it easily, some take it the hard way along the line. We can see a lot of point, especially more so that when people became aware of it, they start putting out artwork, putting out like moment of Aqua with Marine, or Aqua with the start and be basically Towa and Suisei as well. So when you have this moment, you just know how much Aqua's done or art done have been affecting a lot of people in so many ways, that it not only just changed the life of many, it helped to inspire and make even more change the life of many others. So to me, that's one of the reasons why I really appreciate a lot of Hololive, because they help to inspire and change and influence a lot of people in a positive way. So obviously, when you have a graduation from one of the original, the so-called veteran, considering she is from Generation 2, it really does show how long she has been. Considering that it's just only like when she put up the announcement, it's just only like 1 or 2 days before her 6th anniversary. So that 6th anniversary that she's gonna celebrate is gonna hit so hard in a different way, because we all know that it'll be her last 6 years as Minato Aqua, as well as that she'll be either moving on to be an indie or moving on to doing other stuff along, like who knows. But it really does make us really like wonder what she will go do from here. But at the same time, it's also something that a lot of people hope she won't, because it's like a lot, like, I mean, like, a lot of people do wish her well and continue to be part of Hololive, and even I myself will admit that I wouldn't even want to see her live along the line. So when she did put up that it really does hit a lot of people in the wrong way, especially like a lot of speculation start coming out. More on that later. In her video, I will highlight at least a few things. Is that she point out two things. One is that the direction of the company cover Corp, which is the parent company of Hololive Holostar, had a different direction moving forward as compared to what Minato Aqua have. So when you think about it, obviously people will start putting out speculation, thinking about why is she leaving. Is it like there is a, like, is there a issue between contract negotiation, or is it the direction that the company going off? Like, people speculating, like, is it because of Bilibili returns along the line, who knows. And as well as the second thing is that she also kind of like pointing out that the schedule she have as Minato Aqua also kind of eat into her life. So I, based on that, I can see that probably there is some sort of burnout that she is suffering from now. And although that I will also hope that she will actually choose to go on a hiatus. I believe a lot of people will accept that she will go on a long hiatus. We got Gagura gone on a long hiatus. We got Hachama also gone on a long hiatus. We also even got Ayame, the same generation as her, not streaming consistently. So all in all, I mean, like, Aqua had been one of the consistent streamer, one of the top streamer out there, and obviously if she's having the burnout effect, I was thinking like maybe she needs some rest, she needs some break along the line. But based on statement from some of the other talents, it been stated that probably because the direction the company want to go and what Minato Aqua wanted to do is really like it's no longer intertwined in any way. It's just a fork in the road. So I think like I can understand why she chose to graduate, and more on that later on, because Botan-san did mention that it is not the end. It's just the beginning for her new life along the line. So I can see where that goes. So, but it still doesn't stop a lot of people from getting sad, because it means that we will not get to hear Minato Aqua and the interaction of the Star End or the interaction of Aquamarine. Like this it won't be the same even if they do interact in real life. It's just something that a lot of fans hope that it will happen one day. Khyo-san as well as FalseEyeD later on, they put up 2 videos talking about the graduation as well as the so-called speculated reason. They did say that it was a speculative so we have to take it with a huge pin or so and throw the sword at the screen. Even when I saw it, I didn't want to do a random chat about it until when I get all my facts right. So I kind of like give it a little bit of wait and see approach to understand the reason why Aqua decided to graduate. So we are stepping into the speculative territory, so do prepare the sword. So apparently there is actually a report by Famitsu.com where they kind of like point out that talking along the line of that, despite all the issue, despite like she's being a member of 6 years, having a lot of original album or her original song, having a 3D debut, and one of the talents in Hololive to have a lot of different outfit, as well as that she attended all 5 Hololive Fest content and some side concert. So all in all, when we look at it, even that she is the Red Bull ambassador, Azulan collab, Kari Meishi collab, SAO Camel, her own virtual noble, as well as sing and voice in the anime, and considering it's really that she's so successful, she is so good, she's even not considered to have any controversy on her other than the Apex situation, but that is just basically hoo-ha on the in my view the other side, not her fault. So when you look at the whole scenario, it just proved to show how much she is as a successful VTuber out there. And obviously when you kind of like when something like not controversy about the least controversy, the least expected, like even I thought that she would go on a long hiatus when she actually did a live stream indicating that she's gonna say something weird. So at that time when I hear about this news, I actually in my mind just thought that hey, maybe, just maybe, she was just thinking along the line that she's going on a hiatus along the line. So that was my speculation, but I was totally caught off guard that she decided to choose graduation, and based on a lot of talents respond the way they talk about it, including the one I believe by Atsuki-san where she also highlighted that she is aware of the graduation, just wasn't expecting it to be now. So it kind of like seems that she was already on the path to graduate. It's just that it might be this is just her second win and a so-called the last moment of ring that she decided to push forward until she decided to graduate. And obviously this does not sit well with a lot of people, because the way she chose to say that she's going to graduate, and it was due to the differences in the direction of the company and her, then it's like a lot of people will be saying like, is it negotiation broke down between both of them, or is it that the return of Bilibili market to in the China streaming platform along the line that get her to be, hey, I don't want that, I don't want to be part of the company anymore. Like, is that the reason why? Because if that's the reason why, I don't see why she would want to graduate. Like you and the sorry, like the most damning evidence I would say is that if she chooses to graduate, all the other will also choose to fight against it. All the other talents will fight against it, as well as that the company will decide to pull back on Bilibili return. So when you think about it, right, like it's not just her, a lot of other members choose to stay so far. So it is probably because that how her way of thinking is really stem from the company direction, and it's actually being more covered by some of the talents, including like Marin-san as well as Suisei-san. So in Marin-san, she kind of like, from her view, although she act like the mother to Aqua, she also kind of like highlighted that Aqua behind the scene is actually very caring, give a lot, care about others, give best advice to a lot of people, as well as that she seems to be aware of what to do as a streamer, and this really do show in her live stream. If anyone will go and watch some of her point of view when it comes to like HoloFest event or HoloSport along the line, it's always very entertaining on how she knew how to, what the audience want, as well as always go along in a way that she know that it will be very entertaining for many people. So when you consider how successful and or how natural streaming is to Aqua-san, obviously it kind of like, it can be understandable like she decided to move on because her creativity may be starting to different from it's really reached a fault with Hololive, Holostar production, and it's really kind of like do show that maybe the graduation was the best way to go. Bottom-san actually did talk about it in her live stream, and she said that it's really not considered the end. It's just that based on her statement, it just seemed that a lot of the talents are aware that she is already, like, Aqua is choosing graduation because it's really something that so-called being unavailable, and a lot of people have been trying their best to so-called push forward to make her stay, as well as that even Pecora is also being like, it was stated that the reason why Holo Art was actually started way earlier was because that a lot of people knew that Aqua is not going to be part of it if it started out late, so they decided to push it forward so that they can have a so-called fond memory with Aqua, as well as that they're hoping that that event was enough to convince Aqua to so-called cancel her graduation or decide to stay along the line. But because it didn't work, that's why a lot of people just like in the production decided to say, hey, we shall accept her feeling, we shall understand it's her decision. So in a way, as Bottom-san say, that it's not the end. Once we all know who's Minato Aqua will be as a indie VTuber or facecam VTuber, who knows, that if she do come back streaming not as Minato Aqua but as an indie or as an indie streamer along the line, then I think she's gonna still be successful as an indie streamer, and I think a lot of people will follow her accordingly. So to her, as Bottom say, it's not the end. There is a so-called afterlife. This after graduation, she's just moving on to a better place along the line. That's what we can say, but it still does not sit well with a lot of people. But I think what Bottom-san said really kind of like got a lot of people sitting down and rethink that, hey, maybe there is merit to it, because based on what Aquan said in her live stream, despite the controversy stated in Khyo-san and FalseEyeD video, as well as a lot of people indicating that, Aqua did point out one thing in her video, and that is that do not listen to any false information or controversy or whatsoever, or rumor that is stating about the reason why she graduated, unless it's stated by her or any with the reliable source, aka the Hololive talents. So when you consider it, it does show that when when I was watching that video, I know very well that people is gonna talk about it. She's one of the OG. Khyo immediately put up the video about it. FalseEyeD also immediately put up the video about it. It got a lot of people talking about it. But I believe Savisa also did it twice. He kind of like did a video about it, saying that based on, again I mentioned, the least controversy, he was taking his source from this video. But when I saw the other video by Nekomiku Lee, then I was like, hey, I'm so glad I get all my source before anything. So Suisei actually did a video, not really a video, a so-called broadcast in Twitter of almost 51 minutes, just 1 second barrier towards that. And in her so-called voice stream, she actually did point out, I would recommend you guys to check out this one if you guys don't know the English, if you guys don't know the Japanese. I hear the whole version, so I will just point out a few things. But some of the thing is really touching the so-called touching her the line of the toe, so I would recommend you guys to hear it from her if you know Japanese. If not, I will just try to bring it as simplified as possible, not crossing the line. So number one thing that stated by Suisei-san is that the reason why there is a difference in the so-called direction is that when the company get too big, when the company, as in really, we know very well that Hololive had gone a long way, and obviously the company is too huge, too big right now, to the point that there is always have a new law, new rule to be implemented to ensure that the company won't get any backlash, won't get any so-called harassment along the line. So obviously when the company go too big, there is new rules and new law to be implemented. That is apparently one of the reasons why Minato Aqua feel that there is a difference. Because back then when Hololive first started out, a lot of people know how chaotic it was, how crazy it was, how even like they can just say that they can get demonetized along the line. It's because they are crossing the line of the so-called being the platform or whatsoever, because they were small company back then. They can do whatever they want, they can and not get any punishment for it because they was very small. They just trying to get audience at that time. But as the company grow huge and huge, obviously those things that is done in the past have to be removed. They can't be done, and that didn't sit well with Aqua Minato. It's because a lot of things she she want to do a lot of those things, and obviously when you want to do a lot of things, the company have come out and tell you that, hey, this is something that can't be done, or maybe in some cases they have to say, we have to investigate, is it alright to do this sort of thing, or is it not good? Or even if they say that investigate, some like anyone who know very well that crony of Holo Promise, Holo Hope will know very well that when she talk about it, like she only got she didn't even got reply for over 20 days over a game. So it really does show that even for Aqua, she had probably have that if same scenario or situation happened to her, and it really does make it life difficult for her. Like she wanted to do a lot of things, and yet she probably been said that no, you can't do this, or we have to investigate, and the weight really get onto her. So when you consider like a lot of situation, the direction or whatsoever, as what Suisei-san said, it's really like it's although it's meant to protect her, it's also kind of like frustrating when you have to wait or being told that you can't do this sort of thing or this sort of stream, that it really kind of like get onto her nerve. And when I say get into her nerve, right, you have to understand, we humans are like a water bottle. When a lot of bad things start filling up the bottle, you definitely will come one day to have a moment that you'll be so filled that you'll burst. So obviously it have reached to that point. So when that is my speculation. So when you consider that there is so much of the thing and there's no way to change that, obviously it kind of like make you wonder like, is there any point to follow a company that you know very well that you're not going to happy working on it, as well as that the things that you want to do always end up being rejected or end up being different from the company? So obviously it didn't sit well, and despite it not sitting well, they did try to talk it out. They tried to, like, even Suisei tried to talk it out with Aqua. She did try to see whether is there any solution to it. And if Suisei actually do say that, hey, I think that graduation is really unavailable, then there's really nothing we can do about it, because the talents are aware of it. They got no way to stop it. Then we all have to respect Aqua decision. I know it's very hard. I know it's very difficult to accept. Even like for me, I'm still trying ways to understand the whole ordeal, even when a lot of this situation happens. So it does take a lot of time for me to check, research, and understand a lot. I actually have to read through a lot of article, I watch a lot of YouTube video, including one that a lot of people speculate that is probably because that the Bilibili return got into her vein or her nerve along the line. But excuse me. So when I actually watched listen to Suisei, I actually kind of understand from a lot of talent point of view, and I can definitely say that it's just that it's probably because of creativity differences. It can be due to the direction the company is moving is really way different. When the company is so damn big, when the company is so unable, like it's already one of the top VTuber company up there, obviously you do whatever the talents do will reflect the company, and whatever the company did will also reflect towards will affect the talent. So when you got reached to that point, obviously Minato Aqua would miss the old time a bit. Especially like Suisei herself is one of the oldest veteran, and she had admit that she had seen the growth of Hololive from back then till now. I myself had seen it myself up close, how much changes there have been, and the reason Hololive, Holostar production, I can definitely see a lot of rule and regulation being set in place as a way to not only protect the talents, but to ensure there is no backlash or no controversy happening within or outside the company itself. So all in all, it's really something that we have to accept. And on the graduation day itself, August 28th, at the time of this recording, at the time of this video being put out, I'm gonna be sure that it'll be just only around 20 days left. At the time of these 20 days left, the only way I think we all should do is to show our support to Aqua, watch her live stream whenever we can. It's a good thing that it's a graduation, because graduation means that all the archive, all the information about Aqua will stay on the platform. They will not remove it. If it's termination like Mel-san or Lucia-san, then those information will be gone. But because it's a graduation, all the information, all the video of Aqua will stay online, and that is something that we can look like if we have some sort of nostalgic hit back, we can go and check it out. It will be still there, it will be forever there, and that to me is a good thing. Another thing about on that day itself is that although right now she is still part of Generation 2, but once she graduated, it will be official. Official as in from Generation JP Hololive 1 as well all the way to 5. One member will be missing from each generation, as some of them are due to graduation or some of them will be due to termination. So Generation 1 we already got Mel-san being terminated. Generation 2, Aqua will be representing graduation. Lucia of Generation 3, we all know that everyone say it's termination, but not a lot of people just say it's new. Generation 4, Khyo Coco, one of my favorite VTuber out there, and Generation 5, a very Zanin Nagala, but it's a unfortunate situation, but Mera Alloy is also considered graduate. So with that official, will be considered that Generation 1 to Generation 5 or Hololive Japan will be considered missing one member, and that all of the generation will drop from 5 to 4, and I can see why when you look at the number, right, I just thinking that it's because of probably that because they kind of like based on Pekora so-called stream and her view and her statement, as well as Marin's statement, as well as Potten's statement, as well as Atsuki's statement along the line. They are aware of Aqua was putting on the graduation already. They know very well that it was on the board, and it's probably because that when you consider that a lot of the so-called like even like Sana of Holo Council with Crony and the others, like she also graduated. So like I think to Hololive they knew very well that number 5 is not a good thing. If I'm birthday is on the 5th of May and 5/5 is not a good thing, I think I that's also explain why I have been having a lot of bad luck throughout my life, because I got 2/5. But just aside, when you consider like a lot of the talents moving out from 5 to 4, I can see why that for the English Hololive Reason 2 generation, the adverse as well as the justice, why they only go with 4. I know Fuwamoko representing 2, like Fuwawa and Mokoko is 2, but they represent 1 Fuwamoko, so they'll be indicating as 1. So if you consider that situation, 4 and 4, I can see like maybe to Yago and Hololive, they were very, very afraid of having 5 at this point. So because if you look at the original Japanese 1 to 5, they drop from 5 members to 4 members each generation. It kind of get into the nerve of many people. It kind of like made people really afraid that is it something that they want to look, they want to be careful, like, because if go with 5 members and one of them keep graduating, I think it will not sit well with the company. So obviously I can see why they decided to go with 4, even for justice, which a lot of people was wondering why 4 not 5. So when you think about it, right, like even Fuwamoko representing just only 1, I can see definitely why like when you think about it, like maybe going with 5 may not be so good if a lot of people keep getting graduation at those group of 5. Not saying that all of the 5 group would graduate. It's just that when you have a lot of people graduated and like a lot of the generation drop from 5 to 4, yeah, even I will be very afraid. So all in all, it's really something that we can only give it a wait and see how much people will support the company along the line. To me, I will still continue to appreciate Hololive, Holostar, even as an appreciator, and support Aqua all the way to her final graduation. I know it's gonna hit hard, but I think the best way we can do for her is basically just support her. I mean, like, if the funny thing is that just a small little note is that I know some people will be saying like I don't really talk much about Aqua because she's really the least controversy, but it's one of my favorite. Because the thing is, right, when I say she's one of my favorite, is that if I can make a freaking video about her and Suisei in a way, a video about it back then 1 year plus ago, and I got quite a lot of views back then for this video. Yeah, it really does show how much there is not only just a lot of people liking the interaction between Aqua and Suisei, but it's really one of the things that why I like the interaction between Suisei, Aqua, and Towa. So if you guys want to check the video, the link will be all in the description below, including the video for like the statement by Potten and Suisei, Marin's statement, all these I will put out in the even for Khyo-san video, I will put out in the description below. If you guys want to check it out, go and check it out. But again, a lot of things today you have to take it with a huge pinch of salt and throw the salt at the screen if you need to. So far I've been looking at a lot of so-called comment video and a lot of like artwork of Aqua, so it really does hit it differently. I mean, like I've been going on a roller coaster this freaking past few weeks, including the one when I was like watching the WWE win sit along the line. It's like it's really like I really wonder how many tears I'll be dropping before the end of this year. But anyway, that being said, again, I will have to mention a lot of things I do say can be considered speculative, and it's just a random chat. So remember to take it with a huge pinch of salt and throw the salt at the screen if you need to. But at the end of the day, if you do like this video, don't forget to press the like button and subscribe. If you got your own view about Minato Aqua, or you don't know more about her, you can write in the description below. We can discuss it further. But till then, don't forget to share the video, subscribe if you haven't. Where I talk about stuff that sometimes is totally random or totally doesn't make sense. But the one thing that I can definitely say is I hope you guys have a nice day. Bye.